Tonight, the stepbrother of Erin Maxwell told police, "Death doesn't affect me like it does other people." That's according to his comments in court papers made available today. 11-year-old Erin was killed at the end of August. She died after being injured in her home in Palermo. Her 27-year-old stepbrother, Alan Jones, is charged with her murder. Her father and stepmother have been charged with endangering the welfare of a child. Today, we're learning more about Jones's arrest and what he had to say to police on several occasions. Jim Kenyon joins us with the latest. Jim?
Well, Matt, Action News was the first to obtain these much-awaited court papers now on file at the Oswego County Court Clerk's office. Now, these provide a great deal of insight into how state police were able to arrest Alan Jones for the murder of his stepsister, Erin Maxwell.
The 35 pages of new court documents were recently added to the file, People versus Alan Jones. Among other things, they include Jones' statement to police on August 29th, the day Erin died, and state police accounts of a polygraph and their 7 interviews with Jones on August 29th, 30th, and September 11th. Throughout the documents, Jones sticks to his account of how Erin was locked in her room from the outside, as she was every night at about 6 o'clock. One investigator quoted Jones as saying she misbehaved and that was her punishment, but he didn't elaborate. After his parents left, Jones told police that Erin called out from her bedroom for him to make her dinner. When he brought food to her, Jones said he saw her with a green rope around her neck extended upward, and the end of the rope was attached to a screw in the top of a window frame. Jones claims he took off the rope, laid her on a bed, and called 911 and administered CPR until rescue personnel arrived. Erin died later that night in a hospital. Jones' statement reads, "I never heard Erin say anything that made me think she was suicidal. The only real problem I can think of that Erin was having is that there were no kids around her age to play with." A number of the affidavits filed by state police repeatedly refer to Alan Jones' demeanor during questioning about the death of his stepsister. One investigator wrote, throughout the interview, Jones displayed inappropriate behavior for the gravity of the circumstances, including feigned laughter and disinterest. He appeared at times with a smirk on his face. When told Erin had died, Jones, who claimed to be a pagan, told police, "Death does not affect me the way it does other people like Christians," and later explained, "Everyone dies, it's no big deal." There's hardly any reference to what police earlier called the deplorable living conditions in the home, with more than 100 cats, piles of garbage and feces, and an overwhelming odor. When asked why there were frozen kittens in a freezer, Jones said there was no room on the property because there were too many animal graves.
And Matt and Jackie, these documents are the basis on which state police were able to charge Alan Jones with murder by strangulation here.
Now, Jim, you said that he showed very little emotion in those documents. Was there ever a time when his demeanor changed?
Well, there was a point, according to one of the troopers' affidavits here, when it was after they had taken Erin away from the home. The trooper told Jones that it appeared that she was going to improve, perhaps make it. And at that point, the trooper writes that he became very nervous and then decided he had to cut off the talk and went inside the house.
Part of what we see in the documents, too, is a listing of how many times the troopers talked with him, and
right.
In some cases for many hours at a time. What else is in these documents that we still have to hear about?
Well, they tell of Jones' fascination with a type of a computerized virtual world. He was constantly on his computer, according to these documents. And he also has, he talked about his belief in paganism.